I'm gonna be sharing this hairstyle with you guys. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you guys here. Those of you who are here for the first time, I am Nai. If you have been here while I was missing in action, thank you guys so much for sticking around, and big shout out to you guys. The last thing that you guys saw was about my birthday. Then you guys saw a productive day just a little after that. Well, today I'm gonna still be doing some stuff with my birthday. I know it's March and the birthday fever is already gone. This one is a bit late, and that was because my sister, she is the one who does my hair and keep me looking okay when it comes to hairstyles whenever I desire to have a hairstyle. But she was unable to do my hair. It's not anything like over the top, but there are just some things that I'm gonna like talk to you guys about when it comes to this type of hairstyle, as in the natural version of the hairstyle or the long-term version of this hairstyle. So let's go, guys. Let me show you guys. Woo! So my guys, my hair is already getting a bit rusty, because you guys know that honestly I am not the person who has the energy and the strength or the patience to like just deal with hair on a normal everyday basis like that. So that's why I always have something that's gonna be like for a long haul, because once I take the time to put my hair like this, then that hairstyle is gonna have some like time in it. It's gonna be durable, like keep going for a while. You guys see my hairstyle is the lock hairstyle. The whole natural vibes about it, I just love it. And if you guys would have known me in 2010 to 2015, then you guys would know that that time I was wearing locks. So I'm now gonna put some pictures, somewhere around here that would show you guys my locks. Having locks then was because of the fact that I love the natural look about it. My face is a bit neater. It reminds me of myself then. A natural hairstyle would be like my go-to thing. Having locks is like you could almost never have a bad hair day. Well, for me, that's what I think. So I am not here to tell you guys to get locks or to tell you guys not to get locks, okay? That is your choice. I hope that you guys would just listen to my experiences, my feelings, opinions when it comes to the whole lifestyle of locks, and you would understand my point of view. If you can relate, let me know so I can keep in the comment section with you guys. So let's get right into it, guys. For you to have a really bad hair day, it would have to be like in a case where your locks, they're looking very, very ugly. They are fro and they are all over the place. All over the place. It's like, that's how I can see it. But once your locks are well kept, and even if they're not well kept, once you try to do something to ensure that they look acceptable, like appropriate, that kind of way, then I don't see you having a bad hair day. Even when you have like hair being a bit rusty around there and so on, people don't really look at it as that person hair is rusty. You have to really overdo it for them to look at it that kind of way. It's like, because this is a everyday hairstyle, this hairstyle could like fit in almost anywhere. People would often compliment you about the hairstyle, especially if your locks are like style locks, as in for a style. People just enjoy seeing them, even if they don't want to wear them. Some people just enjoy seeing them. It's like with the constant compliments, whether sometimes it's about the color, whether sometimes it's about how they are fine and long and nice, with all the compliments and all those things, it would make you feel comfortable. In some way, it might just help to boost your confidence. I'm not necessarily saying that it is a confidence booster, but it can help to boost your confidence, in getting the compliments and so on from people about your locks. And there are so many things you can do to like just switch it up. So you can add like the shells, or you can add those rings that people put around them. You can add color, you can do so much variation. When it comes to style, you can twist them like in so many different styles. If you enjoy like a minimal type of life in terms of financing, your locks can be really, really cheap to maintain. For example, if you're able to style your hair for yourself, wash them and all that for yourself, the most things that you may have to worry about is the products. And when it comes to products, it's like you can be like minimal with your products. You don't have to go for the most expensive product on the market, because I remember when I had my locks, sometimes simply grease or oil I used to just style my locks with, and they used to look as healthy and cool as ever. So you can actually not have to spend much when you have locks. If you have somebody that you can go to get your hair done, somebody who's not going to charge you an arm or a leg, or if you yourself, you have the skills where you can do simple twisting and that kind of thing. Whenever I was going to like an event that was like a really special event, I would go to the salon to get my hair do sometimes. But then sometimes I would just get it styled for myself, like use my own skills and get it styled. And still people would, give compliments. When you go to the stylist, you can just watch what they're doing and easily learn how to do it for yourself. I also used to interlock my hair too. And for me, that was like a piece of cake sometimes, depending on my stress level or like the pressure that I had at the time. It was like very easy to get done. So yeah, those are some of the really cool experiences I have had when it comes to locks. I can't remember spending like a lot of money for, just the maintenance of my locks. Honestly, I used to try to go to the salon at least 4 times per year. That's just to like kind of ease the pressure off of you when it comes to you twisting or interlocking your hair, because they're more skilled. They have the art in doing it. It's so much easier for them to do and do it in the proper way. Because sometimes I had a problem when I interlock my hair. I used to interlock it the reverse way. It's happened over and over many times. That was the only reason why I would try to go to the hairdresser at least like 4 times per year to just get that done. Sometimes a year passed, I only went to the hairdresser like once or twice for that year. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about the things that kind of like, the bad times with my locks. Backstory, guys. I actually cut my locks in 2015. That was the year when I got really sick. I was feeling a lot of pain in my neck. And then the pain, it's kind of like subsided a bit, but then it came back. And when it came back, it was very, very intense. Now, I didn't know what the pain was. I was going to doctors, I was doing like many things, and multiple occasions, some of the doctors would have said to me that maybe it's your hair. So I said, well, maybe it's my hair because, my hair is getting long. And so I decided that I was going to cut my hair. So on cutting my hair, I got some olive oil, got my scissors, got a pin, and then I cut my locks in half, saying that, in the future, I might want to put my hair like this again. So I'm going to cut them in half so I can always stitch it back on and be able to rock the hairstyle again. The remaining part I was gonna lose I put that inside of olive oil so it can be much softer so that I can get it unknot very easily. It worked very well. So all I needed was the pin to just, like put it through it to get it to fray. And as it keep fraying, I keep working at it. And then in no time, my hair was loose and I had enough hair on my head to go up in a one up or an up street, which was cool. Yes, I did cut it, saying that I would put it back on when I think I need it again in the future. But as it stands right now, I don't think that I want to have locks again, because when I look at the things that I had to go through or endure to keep those locks, honestly, it was like too hard, guys. Remember, your level of what you can deal with is different to my level of what I can deal with. And there are things sometimes that I would not allow myself to deal with those things because I don't find them necessary. And, sometimes they just feel like an obstacle to me. If I am supposed to put locks in my hair again, like full time on a long term basis, that would be a total obstacle to me. Although it's gonna serve me in terms of, I'm gonna have a longer time like to wash my hair, because washing locks very often, that can help to like thin your locks out. That was one of my first problem. Wash days with locks, they are long. It's not the easiest thing to undergo. Like, I remember I used to get up like very early in the morning, let's say like 7 o'clock, and I had to choose a day that, it looks as though it's gonna be sunny, right? So that I can get the locks to dry before the day's out. That was tedious. It's like you get up so early in the morning, wash your hair out. When you're finished doing all that, you have to like dry your locks one by one with how many towels? 2 or so towels, 3 towels, just to get the water to come out. They're still gonna feel damp, and even though you finish drying them, they're still gonna feel damp. And it's like, that was hard. Then you have to leave them to like air dry. The next thing is going to the salon. I think like going to the salon to wash my hair, that used to be like more irritating because of the fact that at the salon, when you finish washing your hair, they finish like using the towel, they're gonna put you under a dryer. Anything that has to do with heat in my hair, to me, that is a problem, because I've only straightened my hair once, and that was because after that one time, the heat that the straightener gave off to me, I couldn't manage it, and I decided that I'm not gonna put any chemical like that in my hair again. And so that's how I never straightened my hair again. Right? That's why I like natural hairstyles. Easy to take care of. That was the next thing for me. Going under the dryer, spending that amount of time. Sometimes when you come home, you feel as though you have this bad cold. It's crazy. And sometimes it was like the same thing with the locks, like me doing it at home. Because at times, like, even though I do it for myself, do it early morning, at times, sometimes by the evening time, sometimes they're still damp. And if they're still damp, I'm gonna have to like sleep and throw them over my face, throw them over like this, so that they can be over the pillow, and sleep like that. Sometimes it was really, 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 really hard to just get it done and to deal with it. It was like this whole mood, having to sleep on your locks, like, woo, that was hard to do when you're done, like pains in your neck and that kind of thing. Woo, yeah, extra added pain. So yeah, sometimes you feel your neck feel a bit heavy after waking up, and sometimes your head feel a bit off. when you sleep, depending on the way that the load is distributed, like your hair, like how it is bungled or whatever the case is, sometimes it could be a real discomfort. So this thing can really make you feel so uncomfortable. Sometimes you're sleeping, sometimes you're sitting position, depends on your styling of your hair. It could just like get in the way. It depends on the length, depends on the style. It can feel bulky. I think that was one of the biggest problems when it comes to lock. That part, that's a lot of time. Even though it was not as often as if you have like your own hair or so, when that time do come, it was a lot. It felt like a whole burden by itself. The longer your locks are, that's the more problematic, because when they were short it was a bit easier to handle, but after they start to grow longer, wow, that was like where the problems just started. It was crazy. The next thing is that sometimes you want somebody else to just do your hair, and sometimes you're afraid of that, because like sometimes you go by these people and like they just pull up your hair, like they don't even have any mercy upon your hair, and it's like when you look, it's like all you could see is your veins them popping out. They just cause a problem for you with your edges and your lining when it comes to your hair. Part of what happened to me with my hair, and also knowing that I have an autoimmune condition, it just made it worse. So now that I am trying to grow back these edges after so many years, it's still a challenge. At least I'm seeing some improvement. Now somebody has given me this new thing to use, and you won't even believe how simple it is, and it's working so good. But don't get scared, guys. If you know you can handle this, then that's totally up to you. The next thing that can be like a challenge is keeping it clean. Dirt particles are always flying. You have like things around you like fall and those other materials that can just easily get trapped in your hair. You just want to just put your hair back, just straight back, and get on with your business. Sometimes you have to be pulling out like little stuff out of it. Sometimes even the lint roller, you have to try to use that to just lint off those things off your hair. So that can sometimes be a problem when it comes to like dust or fory stuff, that kind of thing. You would definitely need to manage it. Little threads, yeah, because they can get in your hair. When it's time to deep clean your hair, where you have to be picking out those stuff and all that, that's a lot. Another thing that I faced with having my locks is the way that people just sometimes just like easily just attach associations to you or names to you. So they would say, oh, the Ras girl. Oh, yeah, the Ras girl. Yeah. A lot of people, they would call you like Ras and, that kind of thing, associating you. They could have just simply said the lock girl or the dreadlocks girl. To me, that would be much better, because we know that today locks is a common hairstyle. Yes, it may have its origin with the Rastafarian community, but it has become like a hairstyle. It's kind of like a modern society type of thing now. I don't see why people today are still like just associating it to just the Rastafarian community. That part, I still don't get it. But with time, hopefully, we may rise above that. And that was part of it. I didn't like it that, being associated with something just because of my hair. Maybe other people will be fine with it, but for me, it was not too cool of a thing. If you're going to put it in a religious perspective, then I would rather not. Just my opinion, my feelings, that's just how I feel. Because I wear a different brand. I'm a Christian, and so I would not like you know, to be called that, because if you are looking at it from a religious perspective, or maybe you'll tell me that then I shouldn't rock the hairstyle, and that's fine too. Another thing that I got often was pertaining to diet. Sometimes you go to the restaurant and so on, and it's like they want to tell you, oh, this is the vegetarian menu, or this is the part of the vegetarian menu, you know, that kind of thing. So they just assume that you are vegetarian because you are wearing locks. Yeah. At that point, I was a vegetarian, so I had no problem with them, you know, making suggestions, you know, when it comes to like the vegetarian meals and so on. I was happy with that, but it's not everyone would be happy with that, because there are some people who would find that, you know, rather out of order, especially if they are like big meat eaters. They want some pork or some chicken to eat, and you are here telling them about vegetarian meals. I don't think it's something that's, you know, really cool, you know, but I guess with locks, in some places that it becomes like a culture to think that way. While some places you go, they're not gonna be like that, because obviously they know that locks can be a style too. Maybe sometimes it depends on where you go, or maybe it depends on who you meet, because sometimes these things come with people themselves, like their whole upbringing, or their knowledge, or their social circles, you know, that kind of thing. So could be something like that. Anyway guys, this video is like a bit long, so I think that I'm gonna cut it right here. I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and remember to keep trusting, keep hoping, and just keep blooming in love, guys. Stay blessed. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed now, guys.